Hi, I'm here in the Hilton Garden Inn meeting room at the Hilton Garden Inn in West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm here with Alberta for a short interview about her experience in this internship and how she's liking things and where she's looking to go from here. So first, Alberta, tell me about yourself.
Okay, my name is Alberta Emefa Akunodo, and I originally come from Ghana. I did my master's in international hospitality management in Swiss Hotel Management School. And as part of my assessment, I would have to do a 1 year training program. And that is why I'm here.
Okay, so you started out, you're from Ghana, you went to Switzerland,
Yes.
and now the United States.
Yes.
Why did you choose the United States as your next destination?
Okay, in the first place, going to Switzerland was not an option, but a must for me because we don't do masters in international hospitality in Ghana. So I had to go to Switzerland to do that. And part of the assessment program, you would have to do a 1 year training. Now, during the International Recruitment Forum, it was difficult for me because I don't speak a second international language, which means if I either speak French or German or any other language, I would have gotten something within Europe to do my training. So for me, being comfortable, one, with the language and being comfortable with the institution I will work with was very important for me. I chose the US because this is my fourth time in the US. My first, second, third time, I was very comfortable. So I felt the culture shock would not be too much for me if I come to the US. That is why I chose the US and learning a little more about the American culture.
Okay. So why did you choose the Hilton Garden Inn, this hotel specifically, and why did you choose Hilton as a brand?
I had a chance to talk to one of my lecturers, Mr. Eric Steinberg, who was my leadership lecturer. He had the opportunity, not to say to convince me, but he was kind of like, why do you want to go to Ritz-Carlton? That was my idea. He feels that I will do better in other hotels because the brand Ritz-Carlton is looking out for people who are just ready, the things are just done prim and proper, and they wouldn't give you the chance to also display the talent that you have. So when I got this interview, that was last year, I had 6 other interviews. But looking at it, I asked myself, are you just going out there to do what the hotel tells you to do? Why not take a brand that would allow you to bring out the talent in you? So I took his advice. It was difficult for me from the beginning because I felt like, why is this man killing my dream of going into such a big hotel? He told me, look, go for it. I want you to go, but I want you to start from somewhere. And that is why I chose Hilton, because with other hotels, they will let you do one particular department. For me, the Hilton brand giving me the opportunity to do a rotational training was amazing to me. And coming in here, I have really enjoyed my internship so far because I don't only get to learn something from school, but they spread me around. And I'm happy to see that Hilton as a brand would always want to employ managers who are ready to do their work in a different way. If you are the front office manager, doesn't mean you are just at the front desk. If it is time to help the chef, the manager is there to help you. If it is time to go do housekeeping, the manager is there to help you. And that is what I really appreciate about this whole program.
So coming into this, you knew it was going to be a 12-month internship. What were your expectations coming into this, and have we met your expectations of what you would be doing?
I had a fair idea of what I was going to do, doing front office, doing housekeeping, and doing service. What amazed me was going back to the kitchen. I love cooking, but I didn't know I would be wearing the jacket today, and that I would say Hilton has exceeded my expectations today I would think I'm a different person. I'm a better person because I have learned all around, going to the kitchen, serving breakfast, doing breakfast, cooking dinner, and bartending. I think Hilton has really exceeded my expectation, and I'm very grateful to that aspect of the whole training. I was looking out for something new, but looking at the brand, I know this is what the brand tells me to do, and I'm really happy about that.
Okay. What keeps motivating you, internship after internship?
I think it is my customers. When the demand is there, I feel I would have to put in my best. If the customer demands that I need this to be done at this particular time, that motivates me. For me, what has motivated me with the Hilton brand is that the managers don't only think about what happens outside. If the front desk staff is not smiling, the guest is not coming back to the bar or to the kitchen. Because if you get the guest sleeping in the hotel, that is when you get a guest coming into the bar to eat or to drink. So the idea of the managers is putting you into that position where you don't only think about yourself, you don't only think about your department, but you think about every single department of the hotel. And that is what my institution, for my school, that is what they are looking out for, that they bring out hotel managers who have all-round knowledge of what goes on in the hospitality industry.
Okay. Can you tell me about the emotional intelligence assessment?
The emotional intelligence assessment is part of my master's program where your lecturer comes in. It's a software though, but a day before your intelligence assessment, you are asked to answer some questions on the system. Now, you are told to be very vivid and straightforward and straight to the point, because some of the questions, if you try to dodge them, you may not get the assessment really telling you what you have to do or what you have to improve as a person. So in doing my assessment, I knew I was very emotional when it comes to life and when it comes to doing things. So it's actually opened my mind to it that if you want to be a leader, if you want to be a manager, you would have to understand and know how to let your emotions run with you. If, for instance, you are the manager and you come in and somebody didn't turn up to work or the person is not working the way you expect, it doesn't mean you should yell at the person or it doesn't mean you should get angry with the person. Maybe the person had something more to just not living to expectation. So that assessment is actually there to put you on the guard that as a manager, you need to learn from people, know how they feel at every point in time, understand your customers, and at the same time understanding the staff that you are working with. If you understand them and they feel that you are part of them, that makes them very comfortable. When they have any problem, they can come to you and tell you, and it makes your work very smooth.
Okay. Can you tell me about MF's International Consult?
MF's International Consult is a consultancy that was opened a year ago, and we are looking at everything about hospitality, education, training, consultancy, and we are looking at not it being only in Africa, but in the whole world. So for me, MF's Consult is there to solve the problems, the loopholes that we have in the hospitality industry. There are so many hotels that, especially with employees, have round square pegs in round holes. You get people that you think they can do better in other departments. So in terms of recruitment, we are looking at why can't I recruit somebody for this hotel brand that will meet the exact expectations that they are looking at. So we are starting operation in January, full operation in January. Now it is just basically in Ghana, but with a full operation, it goes international with the consultancy, the training and recruitment all together. But at the end, that consultancy firm is looking at going into mystery shopping, where we would want to work with the hotel brands see what they do. If the CEO is not there, if the manager is not there, what happens in the hotel? Are they living to expectation? Are they actually giving out what the customers are demanding? Because if you go on TripAdvisor, you go on social media, you read certain things about hotels, and the managers sometimes are amazed because the manager could be in the hotel and something happens, he doesn't know about it. We are looking at going in, walking in as a guest, and making sure that these things don't happen in the hotels so that guests are able to get value for what they are paying to us as hotel people.
Okay. You have a few more months left in this internship.
Yes.
Where do you see yourself post-internship, and what's your goals once you leave?
My 5 months left, I am looking at going deep into myself, whether I would want to actually go back to the classroom or concentrate on my consultancy or go back into another hotel. My interview with Cornell University concerning my PhD, they tell me we would want you to have a year or two more, especially running your consultancy, so that when you start your program, it is not as if you don't have an idea of what goes into the PhD program. So from here, I am looking at starting with my consultancy, and if possible, working with a hotel brand. I wouldn't want to do that alone. I would still want to go back into hotel brand. And if Hilton says, look, we want to work with you, I am all ready because I love the brand and I'm ready to work with them.
Thank you for your time, Alberta.
Thank you.
I have no further questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.